we are creating the foundation of the macro world. We've done a lot of unraveling of the micro world, the smaller issues that we need to work on. But on the macro level, in this session, a beautiful session, we're going to be creating a foundation, and then we'll build the scaffolding, and then we'll make the landscape of reclaiming human rights with diplomacy. So please tell me if human rights matter to you as much as air and water in the world. Please give us a raise of hands or a chum-chum if you think human rights is something we need to talk about, and loudly or softly. Loudly, yes, because without that, I don't think we deserve to breathe the air that we so freely do. So please join me in welcoming the most beautiful, important people who have been selected to talk about this topic, so we can really create a better world. If Suparna Mukherjee is in the house, we welcome you, Suparna. This lady that you see here walking up to the stage is Mrs. Asia Pacific Ambassador 2018. She's the first lady from West Bengal, a state on the northeast of India, the east of India, to represent India, Bengal, Kolkata, her city, at an international platform on a beauty pageant in this category this year. Let's hear it for Suparna Mukherjee. Welcome. Rihanna Spring. Rihanna, are you here with us? Oh, we just got a message that Rihanna is not going to be here, unfortunately. Tova, there you are, the beautiful Tova Bergquist, coming from Norway. She's the founder of Savvy Females. I love these gorgeous, beautiful women talking about things that matter. That's beauty with brains. It's passion with a purpose. This lady Tova right here is a coach and a mentor for women in various fields, from business coaching to social entrepreneurship and everything else in between. Pleasure, Tova. Charu Malhotra. Charu, it's an honor. She's a speech developer working on, or your clinic is called Kids Coach Clinic. So you work with children a lot. Sorry? Kids and mothers, right here. Beautiful. How beautiful. Across the generations. Tracy Monique. Aha, hello. A sister from another mother. And across the borders, from USA, a writer, a poet, and a speaker. Also, who's just had a debut novel, which is a touching story. Which is a touching story of using creativity to deal with life's ever-changing moments. True story. True story.
I'm also in the military.
What? Wait. Oh, yes, she's been in the military, just as an afterthought, for 15 years. Go girl. Wow. She's like, yeah, that's what we do. And to initiate this very, very powerful discussion, I invite Mrs. Asia Pacific Ambassador, Suparna Mukherjee. Would you like to speak from here yet?
Hello. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me an immense pleasure to be here among so many self-driven, successful women of substance, all our beautiful soul sisters. I'm honored here to be a part of this 25th global edition of WEF, and I thank you, Dr. Harbin Arora and Vinayji. A little bit of me, apart from Mrs. Asia Pacific, I've been Mrs. India for 2017 from Bengal. I represented my state. And another good news which I would like to share is this year I'm going for Mrs. Universe. I've been selected for Mrs. Universe as Mrs. Eurasia Universe 2019. So I'm just very happy with that to share with all of you. Now, I believe that each one of us, whoever is here, has our own story. And every time I come here, I get really, really motivated, the fascinating stories we hear about their life, about their journey. And I feel that we all are here on this earth with a purpose, where if we realize that the purpose with which we are here, we will be successful in creating a beautiful world, all of us together. But how? Any idea? If you don't have that rights, if you don't have that policies which can at least actually help you in getting that where you want to go. Say suppose you wanted to come to WEF and your country is not allowing you to come here and be a part of this event. What about your human rights? What about the democracy of the country? So human rights are universal. It has freedom to speech, freedom of expression, freedom to choose your life the way you want. And respecting human rights, protecting and safeguarding people's interests are what democracy does. Human rights should be protected by the rule of law. But again, democracy gives us the opportunity to voice our opinion and help us choose the government who help us give that. Democracy improves the quality of decision making. And a functioning democracy is a form of government that provides the citizens with the most freedom, most opportunity, the greatest prosperity, and the most comfortable life we look for, we work for. But a democracy needs active citizens in order to work progressively. Human rights are also very, very important because they provide fairness and equality in the society. And I believe that human rights and democracy go hand in hand. A good and mature democracies promote and ensure human rights by being inclusive, by demonstrating that you support human rights for all people, regardless of any caste, creed, religion, by standing up for people regardless of who they are, by being vocal rather than quiet, by seeing all people as human regardless of anything else. Now, democracy can be sometimes complicated and a little bit messy, but it is an essential human right. Improving democracy means improving standards of living, national and global economies and security. As society evolves, so must democracy. It is the citizens like us who are here, who are empowered, who are educated, who are knowledgeable. A lot depends on us, and we are responsible for bringing the change through education, through information, supporting and creating awareness of our human rights. Are you there who can help us? Yes? Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your wonderful, inspiring message, Suparna, because the buck stops at us. That's where it is. If I could invite Tova. They're lovely Norwegian.
Yes, so first of all, I want to thank Dr. Harbin for all the incredible things that she do for the world. And from the bottom of my heart, I feel so much gratitude, honor, and love that we have leaders like her in this world that embrace change in such a loving way. She's really a goddess of love and a queen of global femininity. And I also want to thank this beautiful lady who has been showering us with so much positivity these days. It's amazing to have you here and to be a part of this.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank Vinay, Harbeen's husband, for supporting her vision and for all the incredible work that he do to put this into motion. And of course, I want to thank all of you who are here and co-creating this absolutely amazing space together with us.
For you guys.
Yes. And I am the founder of Savvy Female, a company where I'm creating a platform for smart women who wants to change the world, with a mission to create opportunities for women and to empower the world with female brilliance. And I must say that this room, or in this conference, I would describe the vibe as how I feel we could describe pure femininity, and that is the force that I believe will change the world to the better. Because I believe that only by getting more women up and forward, we will naturally create more balance and peace in the world. And from the bottom of my heart, I really want, more than anything else, to make this world a better place. And you see me standing here today as the person I became, confident, independent, and strong, but I want you all to know that it hasn't always been like this. I was born into a family with a lot of struggles, financial and dysfunctional, so it didn't come easy for me to create what I wanted. It has been a long process, but I believe that we are all creators of our own life and of the world we are living in. And some of us are creating the life of our dreams out from our bare hands. And some of us are creating massive success because we were born into a successful family, and success is all that we know. But some of us are subconsciously creating a life in misery because we are trapped in a negative pattern with low self-esteem and the belief that we are unable to break ourselves free. And some of us are subconsciously creating a life in misery because that is all that we know and have ever seen. Because even if we technically can create anything we want for ourselves, if we don't know how it looks like, it is impossible for us to create it. But the good part is that life is by design, and the universe is designed to deliver what we ask for, and we are designed to give value to the world. So no matter who we are, where we come from, or where we are at right now, we all have the power to change, and we all have the ability to right now start to create the life where we feel fulfilled. Because when we feel fulfilled and do the things that are purposeful for us, we will give value to the world in the same time. So thank you so much again, everyone. And if you want to connect with me, you can find me with my name on social media, or you can talk to me later. If there's anything I can do for you, I would be happy to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tova. Thank you. Appreciate your beautiful message sent out with so much love. Thank you. And thank you for offering to connect with you later, because end of the day, that's important, to take back the sisterhood. If I could invite the lovely Charu, coming from Ludhiana in Punjab. I'm sorry? Oh, Ludhiana and Delhi, of course. An ENT specialist and a speech therapist as well. Yes.
Namaste, salam, adab, bonjour. Good afternoon. I'm waking you all up from your siestas. Bundes tres. It's Durga Ashtami today. In our Indian tradition, we all fast. We pray to little girls and we touch their feet today, showing them respect. And we call Ma in Hindi. A woman who creates the world. I take pleasure in wishing everybody a very happy Durga Ashtami. This stage platform is dedicated to those who spurred me to work on it with and perseverance, with passion. I have the least reservation to ever that, but for the goadings of my parents, this award session would not have seen the light, or rather in the engaging form as it is now. I am as much indebted to the other members of my family who from time to time posed queries about the progress of my work and thereby, in their own subtle way, egged me to lavish more and more pains on it so that it becomes a class in itself. I am beholden to my gurus, teachers, and friends who initiated in me the culture of never say die attitude and thereby cultivated in me the habit to take the rough and tumble of life in my stride. The persistent and consistent struggle and dogged determination have been my tour de forces to consummate this project of Kids Coach Clinic at ENT Clinic Ludhiana as well as Delhi. I fervently hope that with these strays of mine would be proving myself to bank with me the sterling assets to deify the status and standing of my work as well as at WEF and all globally. I work with kids, coaching them, fueling them, all mushroom things, and prune what they need according to their family needs. I also look after the stammering, stuttering therapies in the ENT clinic. Plus, I also do hearing counseling for aged as well as teenagers. Mommies share with me the humdrums of their families and life. At ENT Clinic, under the umbrella of Dr. Naresh Malhotra and Madhu Malhotra and Kahan Malhotra, I work with a team of audiologists, doctors, educators, backing kids. Have also been a protege of the Swiss Finishing School and London School of Economics. So I upboost kids, doctors, IITians, and help them grow better. Parenting is also a very difficult task, so I do take up topics with that. And you can look into some topics on the matriarchal crown on my page on the Facebook. Lives of all great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime. Holds true in my case too. I've always been born with a missionary zeal to strive to seek, laced with God's blessings, happen to hew out a distinct place for myself, whether it be completion of education or any creative activity. Throughout, I've been in my elements like a duck in water. Based helps spooning the Indian towers and helping women at the helm of affairs in their ivory towers. So you can just Google more about me on the page. And I do help women Brexiting or procrastinating about to be or not to be, or anyone who tries to be a cuckoo in the nest of somebody who's a salt of the earth. Rabindranath Tagore, in all dear muses, shares creative mind and critical mind should be on the same page. So have been following that. It is a proven fact that each age has its own distinct features, slants, accent, and ours is an age of skepticism, neither yes nor no to the most of the questions that agitate the whole mankind. We, women, the century of this century with the social media should share this concern fully. The world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, not health for pain. And here we are as on a darkling plain, swept with confused arms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night. I wrap up with Kubla Khan by S.T. Coleridge, who was a Chinese emperor on the banks of River Alf, flowed through the deep underground caves and making people incapable of being measured as a man, weave a circle round him thrice, and for he on honey dew hath fed, and drunk the milk of paradise, and drunk the milk of paradise. So does it hold good in case of Dr. Rubina Arora, who is giving us a platform, and age cannot wither, not customs tale, her infinite variety. So we must give her a big hand of applause for whatever she's been doing with us, for everybody across the globe. And just a small, while sitting here on the table, I just have a message for you, which I would appreciate if everybody would sing with me. Heal the world, there is a better place in your heart, and I know that what it is be, and thus the place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. All wealth will place you, and there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care for soul sisters. For the living, make a little space. May you grow in our hearts and grow yonder and fonder. Heal the world, love the world, help the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human beings. There are people dying. If you care enough for the women, make it a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me.
Thank you
Dr.
so much,
Harbeen.
Aru. Thank you. You rendered us speechless. Thank you. I'd like to invite our last speaker for this panel. I invite Tracy Monique, coming all the way from USA, someone we know who's been in the military for 15 years and now doing some very powerful, moving work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to pick these up a little bit because I'm like 5% tall. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
Awesome sauce. So human rights and diplomacy is something that I'm super passionate about because I've been in the military for 15 years. The reason that I joined the military was because of September 11th. When September 11th happened, I was in high school. I remember the day specifically because I was a junior in high school and I was in PE, and I absolutely did not want to be there. And they told us, actually we had a test that day, and I was like, oh my God. We had a test that day, and they said, we're going to stop the test. You're not going to have to do it. We're going to send you guys to the cafeteria. So when I went to the cafeteria, we sat down, and the first thing that we saw on TV was that a plane had hit the World Trade Center, and one of the towers was down. We had absolutely no idea what was going on. Again, I'm a senior in high school. I'm not really thinking about what's going on in the world around me. I'm just kind of thinking, you know, what's going on in my day-to-day, what test do I have, what's my GPA, how close am I to graduating so I can go to college and do so on and so forth. But just seeing that changed my entire life. About 5 minutes after we started watching the TV, the second plane hit the tower, and I watched it go down. And that changed my entire life. After I graduated high school, I planned to go to college. But instead of doing that, I decided to join the military instead because I felt like I had something that I wanted to share with the world. I felt that it was important for me to serve my country, to be a diplomat, to be someone that could change the world around me because I didn't like the things that I saw. So upon entering the military, when I went to basic training, there were about 15 females in the company that I was in. Approximately right now, as of last year, there's about 16% of females in the United States Army. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. So I made it my mission to kind of change that perspective and to kind of add a female voice to a male-dominated army. When I went to my first duty station, I was stationed in Korea. I was the only female on the camp that I was located on. And they pretty much told me up front. Now, being an 18-year-old in the military, I kind of wanted some leadership. I wanted some guidance. I kind of wanted to know where I needed to do and the things that I needed to be. I needed that female mentorship, and that wasn't something that was afforded to me. So over my 15 years in the military, I have made it my mission to change that perspective. About 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to be a drill sergeant. So essentially, a drill sergeant is the first person that soldiers see when they enlist in the Army. And our mission is to train them from being soldiers, from being civilians to becoming soldiers. And that's a very hard task because you're taking people from all walks of life. You're not just taking people from America, you're taking people from everywhere, and you're teaching them that in order for them to be a productive member and to give back to their community, they have to give up the things that they know to fight for the country that they believe in. And America does not fight for America. We fight for any injustice that we see because that is our mission statement. So I want to say, thank you for this opportunity. Like, honestly, human diplomacy is a really big deal because everybody deserves life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much for capturing the essence of this session so beautifully, Tracy. Also represented with the work you do. So even though you fought, you were in the military, not fought, but you're actually a spiritual warrior because of the way you curated your life vision after you retired. Thank you so much for that. And with that, we'd like to call upon the lovely Dr. Harbeen Arora to give away the awards to these amazing, beautiful women. I invite Suparna Mukherjee to accept this award as the Exceptional Woman of Excellence. And for the rest of you, I encourage us to stand up. If you're not having lunch, please rise and shine. It's time to move. It's time to shake your hand. I invite Tova Bergquist from Norway to accept this award as the Exceptional Woman of Excellence at the Women Economic Forum in New Delhi. Congratulations, Tova. Northeast. Northeast. Make noise. Northeast. Show us a little dance. Charu Malhotra, please accept your honor as an Exceptional Woman of Excellence. Yes, more whistles. We need more missiles. Northeast, show us the bihu. Practice for tomorrow. I want to see the bihu. Chalo. Bihu dikhao. Now. Tracy Monique, please accept this award on behalf of the All Ladies League at the Women Economic Forum. We congratulate you for this honor. Please come to the front, girls.